Children, they are our children, given to us by a choice made between two people in love and proof of a miracle. A child made from two people, a woman selfishly giving her body up for 9 months to grow and nurture human life and then to bear excruciating pains to bring that baby to our world. A father, the protector, is a strong individual whose job is to at all costs protect the children from evil and harm. The rules and purpose were established in the Bible. It was a miracle. And we are just letting these demons come to our sanctuaries, criticize our lives, insult our roles as parents, and take our kids, never faltering. Yes, we kick and yell, but at the end, the kids are still gone and life of emptiness begins. That sounds so un-American, but more so ungodly. He is pissed those kids are for our entrance to heaven and we are giving them away. Not anymore. It's time to square the devil in the face and take back what rightfully belongs to us, something that only our Maker can do, and won't if you show your faith. CPS is stealing children around the world for profits, and your government is with them. The system is rigged. You can be perfect in every way. We all were in our children's eyes. It won't matter. These are economically inside kidnappings. You need to understand that. True, there are times when intervention is necessary, but that is not who they target. So stop putting yourself down or someone you know who lost a child to CPS. Stand up or stand them up and fight. Fight like a bear would if the cub is trying to be harmed. Learn from the simplicity of animals, which we are far more advanced and way more backward. The children are the future, not a number on a budget report, not an estimated worth. They are our flesh and blood and made from a miracle. Now that you know what's going on, stand with us and fight so no other children will be used as slaves to the system that we are supposed to control. Shame on us. Time to make it right in your home in God's eyes.
Be prepared to hear what CPS is, and after listening, please be ready to act, for we need everyone for this one. This is a problem that affects every person in the world because the protection of our children and the sanctity of family is a universal human right. It is time to take a stand and demand that CPS be held accountable for their actions. The corruption has run rancid, and our children, the future of the human race, are being depleted by trafficking and family ancestry being erased. Not to mention the broken hearts and river of tears left behind in the wake of family annihilation. Why? For what? Money. Money for the soul of a child, and this is determined by a person inexperienced in more ways than one, yet our system allows them to play God. What have we become as a society, when the cries of children fill pockets with riches and breaks hearts of family and we the people do nothing? How do we turn our backs on an issue as disgusting as this? No person should sleep comfortably knowing this is happening. Children crying for their families while CPS employees celebrate their cash bonuses, high-fiving in the halls of justice. Think this is a lie? Look at Social Security Act Title IV and Safe Families Act. They promote the caseworkers to quickly steal these children from loving families in record times. And what did these families do so wrong? Most of them nothing. Have you ever noticed the children that die have been called upon as many as 30 times? That's because there is no money in children who have already been spoiled by true abuse or born to true drug addicts. No one pays top dollar for that. The money is in the perfect blonde-haired, blue-eyed good family and upbringing. Yes, instant family. Just add kid for whatever price they ask. No one is out of reach from these demons, and they must be held accountable for their crimes against innocent families. How are judges so freely letting children be erased from the heritage they are entitled to? They inflict on the family the same level of punishment given to a murderer or person society has to eliminate, as they are so wretched existence is no longer favorable. Termination of parental rights is the equivalent to the death penalty in more than one way. Think about that for just a moment. Do you know someone who has lost their children, and if so, is the death penalty a worthy and just punishment? That is on the adults. Why do the children then get punished as well? This system is itself cruel and unusual punishment. This is America. We don't treat living people in such heartless ways. For all this to happen, it's corruption from the ground to the White House. That is the truth. Together, we can raise awareness about the injustices done by CPS and fight for the rights of our children.
There are so many of us affected by CPS corruption, yet we isolate ourselves in shame. Not anymore. AbolishCPS.com has been created to show with force what has happened to us is wrong, and we are not remaining silent. We are the parents of those children you have wrongfully taken. We stand to abolish CPS.
Please stop the real abuse. AbolishCPS.com.
Come one, come all, welcome. Welcome to the story of CPS, how they destroy our families, how we will take them and put them in their places. And I will bullshit you. I'm not a pussy. I'm Darren Guay, and I am abolishcps.com. Here you will see nothing but the truth, the whole truth. So help me God, we're about ready to discover and show you what you need to know and how you need to know things that
AD. AD.
Could anybody hear any of that, what I just said, at all?
No.
You didn't
They're
hear a word
fucking
of
with
that?
our shit. Yeah.
Oh, right. They're fucking with our shit, so that's fucking wonderful. Anyway, welcome everybody to abolishcps.com. It's another show. We're going to start telling the truth about this stuff, which there's all kinds of places that are trying to do what we're trying to do, but we're going to do the best with it and the best at it because we've been through it and we're going to continue to go through it. I got my two good buddies with me right now. I got my John Doe and I also got my good friend Candace. And what say you guys? What do we got?
A whole lot of bullshit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
We got rock and rolling.
Okay, so look, y'all, I'm going to share my screen because I want everybody to see this. This is something that needs to be exposed. So, with that being said,
It's not a naked thing, is it?
do what?
It's not a naked
No, it's
picture.
not.
Okay, good.
No.
AD.
Hey, what? Ooh.
Y'all see my screen?
Now, hold on, let me put that in. All right. Woo. Okay, hold on a minute here.
All right.
There we go. Now we're on here.
Okay. All right. So the first thing that I actually want to bring up is going to be the Etowah County Children's Policy Committee. And the only reason why I figured this out and how I found out about it is because of the fact that I was actually looking in to actually become a concerned citizen in our committee or our community. So I was looking at the different committees that we have, and something that sparked my interest was the Etowah County Children's Policy Committee. As I got to looking through their websites, the first thing I do, I scroll down. All right. And then, as you can see, it'll say the full CPC member list. You can go down just a little bit further. There's your contacts. Honorable Joe Neighbors, District Judge, Etowah County District Court, Gadsden, Alabama. You got Emma Hazelwood and Summer Patterson, the CPC coordinator. Now, what you want to look at is actually going to be up here. It's the full CPC membership list. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this very well, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so people can see. Now, if you all will look at the names and the titles and the positions of who all these individuals are, you'll see that there's Diane, that's a counselor. That's the Gadsden City Schools Family Success. As you go down, you'll see Will Clay, who is a judge, Etowah County District Judge, which, by the way, guys, he was actually one of the judges that was on my case. I actually happened to have two judges and a quote-unquote referee. You'll also see the schools are also involved in this committee. which is your Etowah County Children's Board. You've also got the Etowah County United Ways, YMCA. Oh, look here. It's more of the school. You go on a little bit down. Then you got the Second Chance Incorporated. Now, if anybody knows what the Second Chance is, that actually is a women's domestic violence shelter. That is where you're supposed to be able to go take your children and actually be able to keep your children with you. Like, they're not supposed to actually take the children out of the home. But however, it does happen. I've seen it firsthand. I've experienced it firsthand. Go down a little bit further. Then you have a lawyer, Misty Ledbetter. You see it says a lawyer. Legal Services of Alabama. Ooh, I didn't even know that one. I just now seen that one. Then you got your Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Let's see. Oh, wait, do you see that? Children's Rehab. Quality of Life Health. Social Worker, Director. 211. First call for help. If anybody knows about 211, that's actually the United Way. When you need services for your family, you're supposed to be able to call 211. They're supposed to help direct you. Well, what if you need help for your children? Here they are. They're a part of this committee. However, they've got judges and social workers that are both on this committee. Y'all, this is a little bit of conflict of interest if you ask me. You'll notice Teresa Souls. Teresa Souls is the director, okay? The top dog here in Etowah County Department of Human Resources. You'll notice there's Tiffany Smith, Etowah County DHR. Department of Youth, Karen Steele. You've got the Family Service Center. Also, again, you've got the schools and this county district attorney, guys. Y'all see this? Also, now, I want to take you over here to go to the Etowah County Children's Policy websites. One of the things that you'll go, if you go to the About
Hey,
page,
Candace,
okay? Yeah.
can you go back to your list and pull me that one for Ledbetter?
Nope. Hold on. Ledbetter is, what's Ledbetter?
Copy and paste that whole line for me and send it to me, please.
Okay. Hold on.
You want to know why?
I do.
What about Tammy Ledbetter?
Tammy Ledbetter, who's that?
Hangs around with Amber?
Name sounds
The one I
familiar.
told you was a snitch?
Yeah.
The one I said was a
What are you
snitch?
gonna do? Run?
Nah, I'm gonna give that to Amber.
Yeah.
I knew her name sounded
Where's
familiar. I can't
that?
remember where I
Let's
saw it. Yeah, it's in
see.
Alabama.
All
knew
right,
she
so
was a counselor.
who are these people now?
Me.
Tammy Ledbetter is a girl that hangs out with Amber, you know, with United Alliance. She and this girl named Pam. They would do. Amber has a nonprofit org that does the same thing you're doing.
Okay.
So
What
that
I do-
Ledbetter girl has been hanging around, and I keep saying that she does weird shit, and she's snitching. And this shows right here that I knew she had family up in there. I just didn't remember that girl's name
So what
because
is
I
she-
knew it was from
so she's
Alabama.
So she's planning to be a helper of the cause, but in reality, she's a caseworker.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's what we talk about all the time. People, you need to be careful of who you allow
Who
into
you
your
are
circle.
friends with?
That's right, because you never know. These people are devious. They are evil. They
They'll
will
act like
stop
they're
at nothing.
lawyers and they're your friend.
Mhm. And if you think that they're not going to use this information against you that you're telling them in your small little circles, you are so sadly mistaken.
I will send this. I'll pull my Facebook up after I get off on my end and send it to you. Okay, I've got it
Oh
copied.
no, I need to send this to her. Like I just paste it into Facebook.
Forge.
Control V.
Control V.
Well, it's not
Control
that.
V.
That's not what I'm worried about. I know how to do that.
What are you worried about that?
If you're worried about your thing being shown, stop showing your screen for a second.
Hey, she's showing us singing. Candace is showing us sing. Everybody, Candace is showing us sing. Oh, her singing is on.
Okay, so
Oh, look at her singing.
Hey,
Oh,
D,
whoa,
you
whoa.
like that mask
Yeah,
I got,
whoa,
though?
whoa, whoa. Yeah, there's this sex stuff. Candace,
Ain't
this
no
is
sex
not
stuff on
this
it.
type of show. This is not this type of place.
He talking about the black dude on
I
the
ain't
screen.
showing nothing.
Oh my God.
He talking about the black guy
That
on
was-
the screen.
I'm very sorry, folks, for
This
that.
is Facebook.
Yeah, that's face something.
It's Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Goofy.
All right. Hey, if you see those little circles there, that is Fight CPS. Make sure that you friend Fight CPS because that's all of us. We all take a little piece of that and we pay attention to it. And we're trying to actually, what we're trying to do is we have a site called abolishcps.com. Write that down, get the link from it. What we do there is we're trying to make a spot that everybody in this whole CPS fight can load up, dock up, and we can show a sizable force of supporters.
Hollows.
That's
Let's see.
basically that is what we're trying to do. We
I'm
have a line
sitting
of
there clicking on your screen. Wow, I'm dumb.
All right. So, as I was saying here, you can meet CPC of Etowah County. Scroll down. Now, this is everybody that's on Etowah County Children's Policy Committee. You've got Judge Joe Neighbors, who is the chairman. Then you have Tiffany Smith. She, by the way, guys, she is a DHR worker. She's the vice chair. You've got Eve Hamrick, that's the financial officer. You've got Brittany Studdard, who, by the way, was my social worker. So here's my judge, here's my social worker. First off, that's a conflict of interest.
All right, wait a minute.
And
What
if
is
you
this
don't
group
see
again?
that-
What is this group? What is this group that we're looking at again? Say it again.
This is the Etowah County Children's Policy Committee.
Okay, so what you're saying is that everybody who's in anybody is all in this policy committee.
Pretty much. If you look at the executive council right here, okay?
But isn't that kind of what you would want? The best of the best to be involved in the ones making the decisions?
I don't want my social worker and my judge who's on my case to be interacting. You're absolutely wrong. No, I do not.
Okay.
I'm showing a child trafficking ring is what I'm doing.
You're
This is who
absolutely
you
right.
want to
because
look at.
if you're going to say that there's no bias now, then that's absolutely completely false. How can there not be bias if all of these people are swapping stories, swapping things at these committee meetings, and then the next day they're going to go and they're going to talk about, for instance, Candace Edwards, and they're going to pretend that they never talked about it at that policy meeting? I mean, that's kind of what you're saying, right?
Pretty much. I mean, look at it. Okay, so you got Gadsden City Schools. I don't know what Span is, but then you got the Gadsden Regional Medical Center, Director of Family Success, Children's Rehab Center, Gadsden Public Library, Jacksonville State University, Second Chance again, Children's Rehabilitation Center. There's the District Court Judge, who's the chairman. Etowah County Juvenile Probation, Department of Human Resources, Vice Chair right there, by the way. Brittany Studdard, Department of Human Resources, Secretary. She was the social worker on my case. Then you're going to look at Etowah County City Schools, Gadsden Career Center. That's what this whole list was right here, was showing you just for Etowah County by itself, all the individuals that's actually involved. You've got directors, you got lawyers, administratives, Medicaid is involved. Just saying, juvenile probation.
All right, I apologize for the freaking monkey behind me. I'm sorry, folks, for that.
Here's the director of Etowah County DHR right there. And this is all the people that are on this committee, guys. all the people. So you got the director and the judge. I can put 2 and 2 together. Can you?
Well, it's supposed to be 4, but not in the CPS world. It's not.
No, it's not. Now, something I want y'all to look at. Now, keep in mind, there is a children's trust fund in, I believe, in all 50 states, except for apparently Illinois and
Delaware.
Whatever. Yeah, there you go.
Delaware.
Now, here's all the
New Hampshire's my neighbor.
Here's all their information. Y'all can go to the website.
That's crazy. So pretty much every state has one of these. So wait a minute. So every state has one of these policies, one of these committees. And every state has all of these people sitting around together in a room discussing what's been going on in everybody's cases. In a nutshell, correct?
Presumptively, we can't say that, but I mean, again, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. We're not dumb.
Basically, they sitting at lunch negotiating your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. That's sick. You know, and then we're supposed to just be idiots and say, oh, it's fine. Just come and take our kids, please. You know, just like in the words of Henny Youngman, take my wife, please. But instead, it's take my kids, please. It's just disgusting.
See, I'm trying to think if I can.
Here's the problem. All this information literally sitting right here in the front of all of us when nobody's paying attention to it.
No, that's why I decided to go ahead and expose it, just like I'm exposing all the stuff that's being left behind by CPS by a whistleblower that has actually hacked one of my parents that I deal with, her device, and is leaving stuff behind. Check out expose CPS/CSS, and you will find out.
Is that your Facebook page? Is that your Facebook page that you have brought up?
That's the new one that I have actually.
You have all the Fandango bull crap on that, right?
That I've actually have made. I'm trying to.
Yeah. And what's on that?
Yes. What has been to her? Okay. She has tons and tons and tons of stuff. And like, you know what, we can't sit on anymore, so we're just gonna expose it because nobody's listening to anything. So the best way that we can go about dealing with this is just put out exposing it. And I'm gonna put it on air right now as we speak, as I'm exposing
exposing it live.
This right now. Everybody know that I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal whatsoever here that Candace K. Edwards come up missing. Just know that there is play in place.
Yeah. If she Jeffrey Epstein, it's not true.
No. She shot herself twice in the back of the head.
Now.
Yes, while she was running uphill.
Twice in the
Oh,
there
boy.
So,
look at there she is.
Board of Directors.
Children's, take note of this, people. This is Children's Global Alliance.
Board of Directors list. All board members are volunteers. They receive no compensation. You've got the board president, University of Central Florida. It's been a board member since 2010. You've got the Jennifer Schrader, board vice president, Red Canyon High School, secondary English language arts instructor. Edwards Company, board member since 2013. Tyler Schneiderman, I apologize for screwing up your name. Red Canyon High School.
Wow. I have one of those here in Vegas.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, John Doe, why don't you pull up your place, and I'll pull up Maine, and let's take a look here. Let's do like a cross comparison and see what
are
we've
we
got
looking
coming up.
for?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you call
look.
it what, Candace, over there?
Listen. Look,
I'm
this
listening.
is Children's
Well,
Global.
what's that mean to
Li- Huh? No, this is the Children's Global. Okay, this is the whole everybody in one. Now I'm trying to show y'all something. All these people, they all connect. If you'll notice what the jobs are, okay, like this one right here, the University of Central Florida retired facility. Then you got the secondary
attaches to
English
Jara.
arts.
That
You have
attaches
a
to Dr. Jara.
tax examiner. Okay.
Candace,
Anyways, tax examiner. What?
that attaches to Dr. Jesus Jara.
I don't know who that is.
My superintendent here, the guy I'm going against.
Yeah.
That Florida
Okay.
place, ties to him.
All right. If you look at this right here, you got a Florida Hospital Kidney Stone Center, a nurse. What about this? A hospital physician. These are your board members. Okay. All these people are calling DHR. When you go into to the hospitals to have your babies, physician, nurse. Let's see if I can pull another list because I know there's more than just this on here. You really have to get down and actually look for this information.
Well, I'm gonna.
See what we do. Now, the Children's Trust Fund should be able to pull all 50 states. It might be titled something different, but however, they've got something that is familiar or it's about the same. Hey, you two, stop it. Let's see.
Wow, that's crazy. That's some good information right there. But watch this. Want to see something even better than that? Look at what I just stumbled on. I just happen to be looking here to see what I could be coming up with in the same realm, and then I just come up with this. Hold on.
But hey, look, if y'all notice, here's your different countries and stuff that's involved with this. That's why I put this out there because this isn't just something that's going on in the United States. This is something that's also going on across the pond as well. You got Cambodia, Nepal, Tanzania,
Well,
Rabbit, Morocco. So, I mean,
shoot fire. Check this out. I just found. This is just brand new, hot off the press. Look at this.
how you do?
Oh, bananas.
A
Very good.
Maine's credit union connected.
Donate to the Campaign for End Hunger $100,000 challenge. Now through June 30th, every dollar raised will help ensure Mainers have access to nutritious meals. Donate today at campaignforendinghunger.org.
Nationally, the rate of kids who are abused and neglected is dropping. Here in Maine, it's the opposite. That's according to the Kids Count report from the Maine Children's Alliance.
We touched on some statistics from the report yesterday, but tonight, News Center Maine's Jackie Mundry is bringing us a closer look at why Maine kids are at risk. Jackie?
Hey, Brian and Amanda. The Kids Count report that came out just yesterday showed more than 4,000 children were abused or neglected here in Maine in 2021. In 2017, that number was at 3,200.
Oh, isn't
So we're
that
looking
just convenient?
at a 30% increase in 4 years.
Oh, and they balanced the
struggling
budget.
the most are in the rural parts of the state.
Maine's rate of child maltreatment was the highest in the nation at
at 19 per 1,000 children in 2020. Child welfare advocates say that stable relationships and environments are critical for healthy children in development.
Crap.
And children who don't have that are more likely to develop mental and physical health challenges.
It's just
And are at a higher risk of when they grow up.
It's just
To prevent child maltreatment, we must invest in strategies and programs that strengthen these families and decrease the need for child protective intervention.
In 2021, Somerset and Waldo counties had the highest rates of child abuse and neglect in the state, with almost 30 per 1,000 children affected. Melissa Hackett with the Maine Child Welfare Action Network says substance abuse, domestic violence, and economic factors contribute to these high numbers.
But check this out.
Case in
Watch
point,
this.
Cumberland County
I want
reported
you guys
8
to
per
hear this.
1,000 children were abused.
Access to services
Hold
becomes
on.
kind of a critical
Hold on.
component.
Hold on.
Says resources like domestic violence.
I don't know how to pause that shit stuff, but watch this. Here.
The state is working on that. Janet Mills is
The state working on what? Because I have this right here, right? Hold on.
We must acknowledge.
I'm sorry. We gotta stop this lady from talking. So, do you hear what they just said, right? That they said child abuse, neglect is for domestic violence and substance abuse, right? You just heard that. This here, so Maine got audited for being one of the worst child protective services groups in the country. We have more child trafficking. We have everything's bad here in Maine as far as the child protective services goes, and including that when it went on with my kid, right? So they did this comes Office of Program Evaluation Accountability. I want you again to remember what those people just said, because according to the feds that do all the investigating and everything that goes on into this, what child abuse and neglect are not. Some situations may indicate that a family or a child needs community services or support, but do not meet the definition of child abuse or neglect. Examples include living in poverty, including lack of food, clothing, or shelter that is not injurious to the child, accidental injuries, even if regular or reoccurring, parental or prenatal substance use, physical or mental impairment of the parent, including substance use if it has little or no impact on the child, isolated incidents of domestic violence when the child is not present, physical discipline like spanking, as long as it does not cause bodily injury. Now, what they just said on that news broadcast from here, right here in this wonderful state of Maine, goes against everything that the audit said 2 years ago is not. People, they are lying and stealing our kids here in Maine, because here's the document right here, right out of our own books. Right.
Question for you, sir.
Investigation.
Question for you. You know the terminologies of what they use. Instead of using black communities, do they name it urban communities?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what.
The reason why I'm asking is I just found this.
The anticipation's killing me.
Well, I just sent it to you in the private chat, wherever this chat is.
Oh.
I'm not screen sharing, doofus.
I mean, Candace, so all this is proven is that every one of our states are corrupt as sin. And all of this, thank you for even bringing that part up, because I wouldn't even have looked for that. Do you mind if we finish that news broadcast? Do you guys care if we finish listening to that out?
Go look at that real quick and share it to the screen.
Okay, we're going to look at this real quick and share it to the screen, people.
Because remember, that goes to the OJJ I was talking about.
All right, so see this? Candace opened up Pandora's box. Didn't even know she did it. Okay, now what am I trying to... Am I just sharing this, or is this...
Yeah, the reason why I was asking is because they don't use black communities. They use urban communities, do they not? Instead of saying the word black communities, they use urban. So, and if you look at that website, you don't see no white kids.
I mean, yeah. Does your city promote child health, safety, and well-being?
You don't see no white kids.
Well, I mean, they're in a tropical type place. I mean, can you even tell us where this is?
Go to the contact area. It'll tell you where it is.
I mean, I'm going to go with like Brazil or something like that, Candace.
Well, this is Cities for Children, doofus. Doesn't
Oh,
that
you
just talk
should.
about your 50 states?
Oh, wait, that's Africa Images. So this is Africa.
Oh, urban, right?
Very urban.
Okay, so go to contact us. Let's see where they're located.
Okay.
I bet you're not in Africa.
Knowledge Hub, About Us, History, Leadership, Member Organizations, Vision and Guiding, Leadership, Home. I mean, this must be home, right?
Go to the to that one thing which you were just looking at.
I'll go right here. Learn more about Cities for Children.
Hey, go to that place where you just were.
Oh, the happy place?
Menu.
Which one was it?
The drop down menu. About Us.
About Us. Okay.
Leader, go to the where it says directors.
Directors. I see History, Vision and Guiding Principles, Leadership, and Member Organizations.
Members organizations.
Hey, is your member organized?
Ish.
Yeah, I think so. That doesn't look like a South Berwick, Maine community.
Scroll down. All the way to the bottom.
Global. This is what Candace is talking about, the Global Alliance.
Right, and if you scroll
He's
up,
the one that showed me this. Also, I want to show y'all something.
If you look at all those groups right there, member orgs, now go to the Las Vegas Global Alliance. You'll see those same orgs.
Las Vegas Global Alliance?
Yeah.
Now, do
Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance. LVGEA. LVGEA.
Yeah. Oh, that's all I got to put in is LVGEA.
Mm-hmm.
LVGEA.org.
Org.
What the hell?
Come on. You want to go out?
Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Now look at this. Now this is crazy.
This is all your Fortune 500 high powers.
Wow, dude. That's crazy.
If you look at this, they own the properties that your that your foster homes stay on.
Oh no shit! Wow.
Money.
All your orphanages, all that stuff. They own the properties that sits on.
Hey, pause for what you're talking about for just a minute. I really need to show y'all something. It's very important. It is very, very worthy to listen to. I'm showing my screen so y'all can see this firsthand knowledge.
Hey, D, go to the bottom. Click the view more. Browse. Where you can look at all the orgs. See the beneficiaries. Very bottom blue link.
So
it's right underneath the orange box.
Oh, okay.
You'll see a blue, very small blue link.
Darren, I'm trying to show you some money. This is what y'all been questioning real quick, okay? Like, it's important.
Right.
This is something that is going on right now as we speak. It is a parent that I deal with. It's her case and information. And I've got direct knowledge that I'm fixing to show y'all and share with y'all. This right here, I'm showing you. You see my screen, don't you?
No, ma'am.
Do you not really?
No, ma'am. All I see is D's big head. There it goes.
Do you see my screen now? Okay, so the conduct of the agency and MCI is telling here, first and foremost, AFCSI earns over $3 million annual revenue. Second, the top 3 persons in the agency collectively earn an annual income of excess of $500,000. The third agency, right from the beginning, refused to place children with their grandparents. Most telling is the fact that it is on October 12th, 2022, while entering one of her visits with her grandchildren, one of the foster parents and the adoption agency representative, Sarah Hawk, openly stated to the children, "Here comes stranger danger," referring to Luann. Subsequently, the agency worker apologized for this while being recorded. However, the damage was done. Anyways, it says, "We have in this action an agency that relies upon income from prospective adoptive parents to the tune of around $3 million in annual revenue that generates hundreds of thousands of dollars in income to the top officers of the agency. When the prospective adoptive parents reach out to the agency, they pay a fee. Moreover, it is believed that when the prospective adoptive parents become foster parents, the agency also receives income. Petitioners have no interest in becoming foster parents for anyone." This is
each caseworker applies for grants for each pupil they have.
But I'm just showing you the money. We all been talking about where's the money, where's the money, where's the money.
Right, but I'm saying
there's your hard proof.
They apply for grants for each pupil they have.
Right. See, it's crazy. So you wonder
that's why they want the kids to have mental health issues.
Well,
that's top tier grant money.
This is why once CPS takes your kids, you ain't getting them back. Hey,
think about it. Think about it. This is why even the schools and everywhere want your kids to have mental health issues. That's top tier grant money right now.
Yes, sir. It's just so substance abuse. Guys, let's take 5. We'll be right back.
I intend to embarrass this government entity to the very core.
Something needs to be done because it's not right that they can just go ahead and remove your kid. And I mean, our daughter hasn't even been away from us for more than a day or two, or an hour or two, let alone 2 weeks now. And this just isn't right, and the facts prove it.
I will make sure that my daughter has nothing but the best for the remainder of her life. This kid had the world by every aspect that you possibly could. She was given every chance to become whatever she wanted. We talked daily about her becoming an astronaut or a pilot or, something that was just an amazing feat for her. And she knew the sky wasn't just her limit, man, space was. And my word is, the only thing she needs to be the best for the rest of her life is her mother and I. So let's do the right thing.
It gives them the right, some guardian ad litem that she's spoken with her maybe once, twice, 3 times that she's
a vendetta, an homage. I don't know what you want to call it, but she's got something under her that's driving her to remove this kid from our lives. Oh, she's inexperienced. Inexperienced is what you're going to toss this to? You're going to give an inexperienced person the keys to my world, my heart, our everything? Inexperienced is people that burn a pizza. Inexperience is bumping your car into something else, because you're an inexperienced driver. Introduced as a third wheel into a kinship family, which I'm thankful for, but that's not her own. She's not with her own mom and dad. She's not even allowed to have her own things. Kaylee Leedy doesn't allow her to have gifts from us. Kaylee Leedy doesn't allow her to even take home simple food things from us when she visits us. It is brutal. Absolutely brutal not having Nina here in my life right now. I would rather sit behind a jail cell door and wait until that moment that I can be with my family again and that would at least be something. But to sit here and know that she's the one that's suffering, this punishment isn't in my behalf. This is on hers. Now, I made a mistake. What CPS has done and are doing to our family is tearing us apart. In the framework of the investigation, it states clearly, do not recommend further investigation of this family. So why was it taken to that level? And why was it that my daughter was in such imminent danger that it took 8 days for the department to come and pick up my child after being ruled imminent danger? Tell me this. If you lie, you cheat, you steal, I don't want you in my life. DHS is full of that. I don't want them in my life. Help me get them out of my life. Because these people are people that I don't want to be around. I don't want them to have my daughter, Nina, out of our home and put her in a place that they screened. Do you know how long they screened? They screened her. They screened the family for no more than 2 hours prior. It took me 32 minutes to pull up the history of this family and find out that they operated under voyeur cameras, had porn websites, had all kinds of things going on there, that their kids that they had living there had witnessed their father get murdered by their mother, their faces stabbed off, they burnt the house down that they were living in, and this is where they put my 3-year-old daughter that was in imminent danger. Think about the things that Nina has seen now that we shadowed her from and sheltered her so that she never had to go through these things. Tell me now who needs to get the sustantion. Tell me now who's committing the acts of neglect and abuse. Tell me now. Tell me now who's going to look at Nina in the face. Tell her that she can trust her dad and her mom, and it was their mistake. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nina fell on the floor. Where you fall? You fell on the ground. What were you doing on the ground? Don't pick. Just don't be alone. What do we got to do to that, buddy? Huh? Neeners. Nina Beaners. Hey. Nina. Hey. Look it. What we got to do? What we got to do to you, boo-boo? How are we going to fix it? You going to put the Band-Aid on? Okay. What else do we need to have? Some chocolate? Should we call Mommy and get slushy? You don't think that will help? You want me to call Mama? Get slushy? What color?
was taken with lies. CPS tell the stories trying to ruin our lives. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. A foster kid, child rape. Man, I swear it's all bad. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kid was kidnapped. It was all for the cash. My kid was kidnapped. With the way I look for West couldn't stand a man like me could understand what marriage is.
Yeah, that's my story. That for anybody that's wondering, that's the story about my daughter. The travesty that I've been going through in my life. I don't like to say anybody's stories are better or more important or worse than anybody else's because we all have our own stories. We all have our own situations, and the bottom line is that all of these stories suck, and it's just a hard bit to swallow. The fact that one day you're
Mine don't.
and then one day your family's just gone.
Dude,
Yo.
my story don't suck. Mine shows you how to pwn them fools.
No, that's the truth. That's
hey
fact.
guys.
Mine
I
will
want to show
tell you
y'all
how to
something.
make sure they don't even get past the door.
Let me know when y'all can see my screen.
I can see up your nose. Does that count?
You can't see up my nose.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
There's air cut. There's lights coming from both sides.
No.
Straight up passage of light.
Y'all see my screen yet? No.
No.
Her screen. Alright, there. There we go. Y'all should see my screen now. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of me on there. I'm in a parallel matrix.
Okay, so look, let me show you something. This is a 990 return of organization exempt from income tax. You'll see it says adoption and foster care specialist. Okay. There's a name up there, but let's look at this money. Y'all was talking about follow the money earlier. Program service revenue, $2,567,666. Oh, I don't like that number. That was the prior year. Current year is $3,233,915. It's a lot of fucking money, y'all. But there it is. Y'all wanted to see the money. There you go.
That's on one child?
Yeah.
That's someone putting in their, what is that? Someone's like, that's someone's W-9 or whatever you said, right?
It's not W9. It's a 990.
990. So which is what?
I don't know exactly what that is. I haven't run across that. Anyways, it says briefly describe the organization's mission.
Hey, Google, what's a W-990? Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Look up tax form 990.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Hey, Google, what tax form is 990?
On the website irs.gov, they say, Form 990 is the IRS primary tool for gathering information about tax-exempt organizations, educating organizations about tax law requirements, and promoting compliance. Organizations also use the Form 990 to share information with the public about their programs.
All right. So if you didn't hear that, the 990 is something that shows tax-exempt organizations funds for sharing information to the public about where their money went to. So yeah, go on.
Okay, so if you will notice right here, it says briefly describe the organization's mission or promote significant activities to provide social services in the areas of individual, joint, and family counseling, psychological testing, evaluation, assessment reports, group counseling with children, adolescents, and adults, and consultation and training primarily as it relates to adoption and foster care services. That was that page.
So that's so is this for where? This is for yours, Alabama down there? Or is this just
no, this is not. This is look, I'm not gonna put this individual's name out there, but this is from somebody that's in Michigan, okay? This is Michigan's.
Now they work for them? They're a whistleblower?
No, they do not. This is a parent who pulled their information.
Okay.
but this is what they're getting per year. So you're looking at $3 million. That's just in contributions and grants, okay?
Wow. That's crazy. But that's only $3 million. That's not even close. It's not even touching the iceberg of the amount of money that they're taking in.
No, well, this is going to show you that's what I'm trying to show you. Y'all wanted to know the money. Here it is. Add all this up, Darren, and tell us what you come up with.
Go ahead. Ford.
Says total revenue, $3,232,647. I still think that's all I just with that.
Yeah,
myself,
that's not
just
even
'cause I
close.
don't.
What is that group? What is this group? What is that? Oh, that's right. You're not putting it up there. But it's not an individual, right? It's a group, you said?
This is the right here. Adoption and Foster Care Specialist, INC.
So adoption and special care. So they're nonprofit.
Foster Care Specialist.
They're nonprofit.
Apparently, what it says right here, there. I mean, you're reading what I'm reading, so apparently so. So, but okay, so get this. Expose the truth. Fax or snail mail to the appropriate address a properly filled IRS Form 4506 on the police department, CPS, DA, DMV, court, all other alphabet agencies, etc. Then with the response from the IRS is, we have no record of this organization being tax exempt. Fill and mail IRS forms 3949A, 13909, 8300, and 211. What?
Tell me what kind of group is going to provide counseling, reports, assessments, with adolescents, adults, and all this other crap, and they're not making any money? That is not a non-profit. Are you kidding me?
Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you something
I
very
know,
important.
I can hear you.
Look,
Well,
I'm not
saying
even doing that shit right there. They just did that on their own.
No.
But look. Listen what it says. It says fill mail IRS forms 3949A, 13909, 8300, 211 with a copy of that response, which is this right here. Always look for the most current form and instructions. One may also wish to use a SF-95 tort claim form and a 56F. Then use the administrative due process of law to file a claim by recording with your county recorder. Find their website and read the instructions of proper format, including the margins. In the U.S. Federal Court of Claims, Washington, D.C. Notice, government offices are tax exempt. Therefore, not tax exempt. Not government officer equals no jurisdiction to do anything to anyone in any matter. Just let you know.
Can you push that up on the screen where you just read that? Or was that on something different that you read it?
That is on a website that I read it off of. But if you'll give me just a minute, let me finish showing you this. Jacqueline Louisi, whatever the fuck her name is. Sorry, apologize about the language. President and CEO.
You just got done made.
Look at the money here. Just for her alone. Compensation from the organization. That's a year, right?
Reportable compensation from the organization.
They're not going to put out their
So she gets $250,000 a year for whatever it is she do.
She's the president, CEO.
She works 60 hours a week. And then this other one, $118,000.
I, however, think this is a shitty doing right here. They pay their treasurer only $95,000, and he works 10 hours less. I would be mad about that.
Well, I'm sure that there's something else going on here. I'd be curious if we can throw our little weights around and see if we can get something else pulled up. This is crazy. Non-profit. So, okay, so this is non-profit. So we just saw roughly $700,000 out of that how much million taken out? Do they have the? Okay, wait, right here. So 1.7. What does that say? Is that salaries and everything is $1.7 million right there, and then other what? Other expenses. Is that what that says?
Where?
So line 15, 17.
That's other expensive part 9, column A, lines 11A, 11D, 11F, 24E. You're looking at 1 million.
So then, what's this 363,000 that's left?
Where are you getting that at? I don't see that.
Right underneath this is revenue less expenses.
Hold on.
Number 19, Candace.
Okay, less expensive, subtract line 18 from 12. So you're taking line 18, which is this right here, and you're subtracting it from this right here.
Yeah.
And that's when you get the 352,414.
Okay, now, where's that money?
Line in somebody's pocket. But
that's it.
Watch this. If you go to your state checkbooks, I'm going to use Alabama's for example.
Whoa.
Okay, so we're gonna
every
go.
Every state has one of these too. So just play around with what the name is, or do a Google search for it. But every state, I'm pretty sure, has one of these financial breakdowns.
They do,
and they're all called checkbook. Are they all called checkbook? They call something different.
It's checkbook.
It's checkbook.
Your state checkbook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
look at this. The grants and benefits.
Transparent.
All right. Oh,
look.
Boy, Lord Almighty! I'm feeling my temperature. What is that? Is that $1 trillion? That is $1 trillion. That is $1.3 trillion.
Look right here, guys. Where's that money going to?
What is that money?
I don't know.
Huh.
They don't tell.
That's just a.
However,
that's a nice little clump of money to be like, whoops, I dropped that in the laundry.
Let's see if I can find it real quick, so I can show everybody. All right.
Holy smokes!
What's that? Medical benefits. That's where some of your money's going right there. When they're doing all the sex changes and shit.
Yeah, language.
Let's see. I really wanted to show y'all this. That's why I'm... Okay, so... Oh, wait, I missed that. Hold on. They renamed it Foster and Adoptive.
Wow, that's crazy.
Party. That's only $10,000. $10,000 really ain't a whole lot. Still. Hands of Voices.
Did you know that Maine actually has a part in their checkbook that it's $3-something million that they're actually allowed to have the privy to use for any healthcare primary care physician, a PCP, that if they feel like they deserve a bonus of some sort for accompanying or for compensating or whatever you want to call it, a CPS worker or their fund. So if a CPS worker finds that they might need some extra bonus money for helping them out, they allow them a $3-something million fund for that. I believe that we call that bribery in other places. Like if you and I were to do it, I think that if we said, hey, we got a couple $1 million over here that we can add to the you writing this doctor's note for me, because I see that your doctor's office needs new carpet. So maybe you fill out this doctor's note, and I'll buy you new carpet for the building. Bada bing, bada boom. So I'm sure that you'll find something like that in each state, and probably not even in just each state, but every department that goes along with it. Especially if it's got to do with the children, because they're going to stop at naught to cover up the money for their movement and their trafficking and all the things that they're doing.
So if I can put this one. I'm looking for something in particular. That's why it's...
Great Odin's raided.
It's raining?
Odin's beard.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, stay calm. This is an emergency message. Cannonball!
Oh, we're getting there. We're almost there.
Remember, here's an educational message for all the boys and girls that are listening.
Here we go,
Boys
right
have a
here.
penis. Girls have a vagina.
Let's see, County of Education, and no, you're not gonna.
That's
Let's
like
see, where we
Candace
go.
Edwards right there? Oh no, never mind.
Candace Edwards had as a penis.
I'm gonna need you to quit saying that.
You said it.
I did not.
You said you're
Y'all
the
got
biggest
this
one in the
going-
room.
Look, you got this going on air. I'm gonna need you not to say some shit like
Oh
that.
yeah, I forgot we're on air. My bad. She's a female. I apologize. Yeah, that was a cluster hell.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh shit.
All right, enough with the S word.
Well, at least I ain't saying
Is
fuck.
she?
Oh my Lord, gosh almighty, darn steaks.
We can use.
You're gonna have to cut it out anyway. Where is it? Okay, so I can't. Why?
Can we use the word sake?
All right, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my
Let's see, I guess. Let's see.
So this guy, Young Prize, is pretty good. I talked to him. He's allowing me to use any bit of his music for anything that I feel necessary for the movement, as we will call it. Obviously, the movement has a home, and that's called abolishcps.com. It is actually right here. If I can steal the screen away from Candace for a moment here, I don't know if it'll let me or not, but if I can,
Hey, look.
I'll show you.
Here's County DHR grants and stuff. Y'all taking stuff away, and I'm trying to show.
Yes. Through the ages of time. Maine works rank worst in U.S. for child maltreatment.
Hey, y'all. Wait, what's the comptroller?
Well, all I'm saying is this, is that all of us, we've got a lot of money that's going to a lot of places, that's going to a lot of corruption, that's going to a lot of things that's coming from us, people, Americans, whatever you want to call us. They're stealing our children. That's where this money is coming from. So if you think that your governor is doing a satisfactory job and he's balancing the budget, or better yet, all these stimulus checks that you've been getting and everything, go ahead and cross-reference that to the amount of adoptions or the amount of children that have been put in foster care, or the increase in all of these services done by DHS or CPS or DHHS or FUCKS or whatever else they are. Because guaranteed what you're going to find is the states are now balancing budgets with taking your children. Because there's no way that they're balancing budgets the way that they've been doing it miraculously through the years. So through the 100 years time, the state can't balance the budget, but all of a sudden CPS is on their own, leading like they're a rogue agency and they're just slamming kids into foster care if they're even doing that. Like, we're not even talked about or even breached yet how many kids are actually missing from that system. We don't even talk about.
Well, they're not even missing. These kids are not even kids that are being run away. These kids are the kids that are being trafficked and organ harvested.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The kids that are missing, that aren't even here. Like, Maine has 800 between foster care and adoption. There's 800 children that are missing between there. Like, how do you lose them? You don't just lose them. Something's happening. So wake up. People need to wake up and realize that this isn't happening in Africa and the Ukraine and Sally Struthers shows and all these things. This is happening right here in the United States, to your neighbor, to your best friend, to your aunt,
and to be
uncle.
Honest with you, Darren, the United States of America, unfortunately, and I'm sick to my stomach to even have to say this, but people need to wake up with what's really going on. Our country is the worst country it is for children trafficking, human trafficking, sex trafficking.
Yeah.
And me being a veteran and having to say that, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with our country. I'm disgusted with the people, how people have just forgotten who they are and the power that they hold.
Yeah. And we need to get that back somehow. So, and if that just means that it just starts from, like when you get pulled over by the police, asking them from what authority do you draw your permission to mess with me or whatever. Let these people know that you know your place in this society, and that's on top of the law, not under it. Like, that's it. It's very important, because the sooner you start realizing that you are the law and you are the rule maker, and you're not the rule maker, God is the rule maker, but as far as being on this earth and at this time, you are the rule maker. You created the government did not create you. God created you. That's why we have unalienable rights, you see, because the government's trying to make you think that they control you.
Can you see my page? Can you see mine?
No, I was on the middle of a rant. I wasn't looking.
Oh, well, I was trying to show you. You asked me where I got that information from, and I was trying to show you real quick.
Why does it keep shutting it off? I don't get it.
I don't know. Let's see where they go.
I can't open it.
You can't open my page?
It won't let me. Hold on. There we go.
You see it?
You're on now.
Okay. All right, I've taken you to this page before. However, you go to Pro America, it's going to come to the home. You're going to go to the files. Click the files. Now, as you go down, it's going to say, expose the truth right here. Read what it says.
Which part?
The whole thing that's lit up. So that's the truth. Fax or snail mail to the appropriate address, a properly filed IRS 506A on the police department, CPS, DA, DMV, court, all other alphabet agencies, etc. Then with the response from the IRS is, we have no record of this organization being tax exempt. File and mail IRS forms 3949A, 13909, 8300, and 211 with a copy of this response. Always look for the most current form and instructions. One may wish to use SF95, tort claim form, and 56F. Then use the administrative due process of law to file the claim by recording with your county recorder. Find the website to read the instructions of proper format, including the margins in the U.S. Federal Court of Claims in Washington, D.C. Notice, government offices are tax exempt. Therefore, not tax exempt equals not government officer, equals no jurisdiction to do anything to anyone in any manner. There you go. Black and white. Well, technically it's purple and white, but however, you can go to this website, and actually, to tell you the truth, Darren, this is actually a website I have shared with you.
Yeah, no, I know this one. And everybody, like we said earlier, and I said it in the descriptions, don't take our word for it. Make sure that you what's the word?
Do your own do
your own research. Make sure that you're doing everything right. This is site right here.
Due diligence.
ProAmericanProPeace.com. It's a great site. It's got a lot of good stuff. But we've reached our limit of time. We're actually over it by 15 minutes. going to try to keep these things down to an hour. I want to thank everybody for checking this out. We'll be back with another episode tomorrow. Make sure you check us out. Go to abolishcps.com. Check out everything we do there. Candace got all kinds of stuff under a small individual with a huge voice. She's got all kinds of stuff, so look for her.
Can I say one more thing?
Say whatever you like.
Don't have a great day. Have an awesome sauce day.
Awesome sauce day. Thank you guys very much for joining us tonight. Make sure you replay it, show friends. We're a little bit rough around the edges. It'll only get better from here, guys. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Your chest split, yet another doctor, that's the reason that we rap. Cause the work it ain't working, we just trying to make it happen. See you laughing, we ain't tripping, we stay ready for that action. Silly actors, they just acting when they're scared to get it cracked. It's the other half, baby, come on, then put your hands up. Everything we rap about will land us up in handcuffs. But we don't give a fuck what, come on, stand up. Just put your hands up, yeah, this the anthem. The other half, baby, come on, then put your hands up. Everything we rap about will land us up in handcuffs. But we don't give a fuck what. Come on, stand up. Just put your hands up. Yeah, this the anthem. Now where my city at? Let me know y'all on the team. Wanna see your hands?